Hey guys, today I'm going to talk about 5 things I wish I would have known when I started buying rental properties. So here today I've bought over 40 rental properties and I've made a lot of mistakes when buying rental properties. I've helped somewhere over 150 people buy rental properties too, so I've got a little bit of experience with purchasing rental properties and then of course with running rental properties. But today, talk about the 5 things that I wish I would have known when I bought my first rental. So when I bought my first rental, I had no idea what I wanted. And because of that, I was out there looking for everything. I said, hey, maybe I want a duplex. Maybe I want a fourplex. Maybe I want a single family. A condo sounds cool too. I had no idea where. I had no idea what. I didn't know what age. I didn't know how many bedrooms or bathrooms. I didn't even know what metrics I was looking for to consider it a good investment. But I had no idea what I wanted. It took me somewhere in the 6 to 8 month range to find my first one. There's nothing wrong with that, but it took me a really long time. Now, today, in the last 18 months, 20 months, we're recording this towards the end of 2022. In the last 20 months, I've purchased 36 rental properties with a partner. The way that I've done that is being super clear on what we want. So we say, hey, we want this type of property in this type of area, we're willing to pay this price for it. It has to have this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, and be at least this size. We want this type of foundation, and we would prefer to have this type of construction. Of course, prefer that last piece is the only place where we're a little flexible. Everything else it has to meet, has to be in these exact zip codes, in these exact neighborhoods, and has to be this exact house. Now you'd think, that's going to limit you so much, Jordan. You're missing out on so many other properties. What it does is it helps me be very specific in what I want, and when I see it, I can just buy it. And we've done that 36 times in the last 20 months. So not being clear on what I wanted caused me to take a really long time and probably caused me to pass up some great deals. Speaking of passing up on great deals, the biggest lesson that I think I've learned in my 6 years of buying rental properties is that I passed up on a lot of great deals that just weren't quite there. So maybe they were 1% or 2% off what I was looking for on my cash on cash return, or they were $5,000 or $10,000 more than I wanted to pay. And I said, no, that's good. I've got a great example of this. Here in Austin, I'm in Austin, Texas. I was looking at a duplex in the northwest area of Austin, right off Anderson Mill Road, and I said, hey, this is just a bit tight. It's about say an 8% cash on cash return, or it was like a 7.5% cash on cash return. The way my numbers looked, I said, yeah, it's not very good. I'd have to stretch a little bit to buy it, and I'm just not really interested. I had the cash to buy the duplex, or I could have found the cash from a business partner to buy the duplex if I didn't want to use my own cash, but I passed up on it. I could have bought that property for $505,000. I had the contract in my inbox. All I had to do was sign it. No more than a few months later, somebody else bought and rehabbed a duplex on that block a few houses down. So absolutely would have been a comp. It was like 5 houses away. And they sold that for $750,000. I would have spent roughly $45,000 on that rehab. Do the math, I would have been in it for $550, could have sold it for $750, I would have made $200,000. That is my biggest lesson. Don't pass up on a deal when you're close, when you're right there, and you're maybe not over the line, but you're real close to the line. Just buy it. In the long run, it's going to make sense. I passed up on too many deals by being too picky with my numbers, and that's a huge lesson I've learned. Another big lesson I've learned is not doing enough due diligence once I'm under contract. So I've gotten a contract accepted on a property, maybe I get an inspection and I just say, okay, it looks good, or maybe we don't even do an inspection and we just walk a contractor through it. I've learned that the money spent on inspections is absolutely worth it. So I'm not saving money by only spending $500 or $600 on a home inspection when I might have had to spend $800 to $1,000. Get a home inspection, a sewer inspection, and a foundation inspection. Actually, I'm losing a lot of money by not doing those extra couple inspections and really spending the money to really know what's going on with the property. And why I've learned that the hard way is I had to replace a few sewer lines. And properties where I didn't inspect the sewer line, they said, I don't need that. That's $250, that's $300 for that sewer inspection. Should have done that. That cost me lots more than that later on, and that's a huge lesson I've learned over time. The next lesson I've learned related to inspections is not listening to the inspector. I have the habit of thinking, hey, I know what's going on, maybe I know best. And I had an inspector tell me on one property specifically, he said, I would not buy this property. I cannot tell what's going on here with the foundation, but there's something going on. And I didn't get a foundation inspection on that one too, but I didn't listen to the home inspector that said, hey, don't buy this property. This just feels like it's going to be a problem. And that property had foundation issues. Again, get the right inspections and listen to those experts that you hire. So those are two lessons related to due diligence that I've learned is spend the money when you're getting the home inspected or getting the property inspected, and listen to those people that you've hired. I think that shouldn't be something that should have to be explained, but it should have been explained to me. The fifth lesson I've learned, and this one's pretty easy, but it's easy to say, hey, no, it's not so easy to follow this advice, but is not just to sit out. I truly believe that real estate investing is a dollar cost averaging game, like the stock market. When you're investing in an ETF or when you're investing in your 401k, you're saying, I'm going to invest every year, every week, every month over time. And yeah, I'm going to buy some up here and some here and some here, maybe some up here. But over time, it's all going to go up. I sat out for too long because of circumstances that I thought were outside of my control before I got into it. So in 2014, I was very serious about buying property, and I kept learning, until 2016, I finally took action. I should have taken action quicker in 2014. I would have gotten, at the very least, 2 more good properties. 2016 I bought, 2017 I bought, 2018 I bought. 2018, towards the end of the year, I got in a really bad motorcycle accident. I broke a lot of bones. I was out of commission for 2 months or so. But I took really the whole year of 2019 off. Didn't buy anything. I didn't try to buy anything. I didn't do anything to further my real estate investing business. My other businesses did really well, and I took that time just to focus on them, but it wouldn't have taken too much effort to buy one property. And if I would have bought one good property in 2019, I know I would have done really well. If I would have taken time to figure out how to use partners like I do now, I could have bought Lord knows how many great properties. So in the last 20 months with one partner, I bought 36 great properties. If I would have just partnered up earlier, and if I would have not taken off so much time, I know I would be further ahead than I am today. But that's okay if you have to do that. If that happens, don't beat yourself up. I'm just sharing lessons I've learned buying rental properties. I've learned that I waited too long and I sat out for too long, and I passed up too many what were pretty good deals. And I wasn't really clear on the criteria of what made a good deal for me. So again, just to recap, 5 things that you can learn, and I'll add a 6 here for you. Be clear on what you want. Be clear on what you want to buy. Be very clear with that. Be very focused. The more focused, the better. Don't pass on deals that are close to meeting your criteria. Do the right due diligence. Pay for the right inspections. That money spent is absolutely going to be money saved in the long run. Listen to those inspectors. Don't sit out for too long. And of course, get started. You have to get started to make it happen. And the last one, find a great partner. If you're feeling like, hey, I'm too busy, maybe you're like me, you're a real estate agent, you've got a lot going on, you're always helping other people. If you find a great partner, you can help yourself in that too. So follow that advice, you'll be in great shape. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, make sure to like this, and reach out to us if you need anything at all. Thank you, and have a great day.